Alright, so you've got this time around the front mission starting down south as the yellow side, and yes, their opponents Anubis Empire starting up north as the blue team.
Yeah, so the tank lineups from both teams similar but pretty different at the same time. I mean, a lot more mobility coming up from front mission. But I mean, Anubis Empire, they do have, you know, 2 aiming 50s. So, I mean, they have a lot of firepower. They do have, you know, a lot of bulk as well due to those IS-3s. However, they aren't as mobile as front mission. So
see, it's just I think it's a very fair trade considering the map we're playing on. Because it's Prokhorovka, those MX-50-100s can be very useful. But at the same time, see, I wouldn't have sacrificed one of my 32s just to have an extra MX-50-100. So I think that on front mission side, it's very wise for them to match up those 2 IS-3s with 2 T-32s. And then still have a 50-100 for long shooting. But the thing is, right now, I think they're really banking on taking out Zelda Dog.
Yeah.
If they manage to take out Zelda Dog early on using their extra 132, pretty much on a 2-on-1 situation, then that would just render Anubis Empire blind.
Yeah, it would. Oh, look at this. Top in Calliope being spotted out by Anubis member right now. Anubis Empire not deciding to engage just yet.
Top actually managed to get a sneak shot onto one of those heavier tanks.
Onto Gunner?
Yeah, exactly, because he's the faster tank.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know what? I think that's really, really smart because he's staying close to Calliope as well, who's a much heavier tank, while Black Label is still in the front lines trying to get more vision. Zelda Dog's the only one out there, so for now, the advantage of those 2 50-100s is being nullified.
Yeah, it really
just because of that extra scout. So I gotta say, so far, well, sacrificing a heavy tank for that extra 132 is paying off.
Yeah, and look at the positioning coming out from Calliope and top. They're barely poking out their turret just enough to fire down shots onto these Anubis members. How at the same time they're so close to the top of the slope that they're extremely hard to hit. I mean, some damage just got dealt down onto Calliope there, but I mean, it was after like 3 misses that they actually finally
exactly.
landed a shot.
So, and look, Calliope, I think maybe is gonna switch positions with perhaps another tank. But yes,
base capture has been started too.
Yeah, the base capture has been started.
Front mission actually started that base capture and stopped it though. Yeah, Panda Eye was trying to capture the base, but he was spotted by Grim here. He's actually not going to decide to go for the kill just yet because he has 2 of those tier 8 tanks coming to get him right now.
I know, but it's still Zelda Dog, and look at that Black Label coming,
right there.
coming for support. See, that extra scout is really paying off so far. It's just you really have to be careful.
Just missing.
Yeah. To be careful not to lose either Black Label or Panda, pretty much. If they really lose one of them, it would seriously be detrimental. But look at that, Gunner taking more damage, courtesy of Top and Calliope over there. So right now, honestly,
I have to give it
front
advantage.
mission is just really controlling this map.
Yeah, they're definitely doing a lot more damage onto Anubis than Anubis is onto them.
And they're not really letting Anubis get to them. I mean, yeah, you know, okay, fair enough. Top, Black Label, and Calliope have taken some damage, but so far, in terms of map control and harassment, they're just really being annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, not to us, but to the opponents. Like, really, Anubis Empire probably not too fond of what's happening so far. Look, they've been forced to retreat, actually.
Yeah. I mean, Anubis, no matter where they try and go, they keep getting rained down by those front mission members, because front mission, they have really good positions, you know, in the center of the map, in the north, on the southeastern corner.
Yeah, and look at where they, that's exactly what I was going to say. Look at, like, where Ripper is, like, with his 50-100. So every single time Calliope or Top get in position for a shot, so do their mate, like Ripper, all the way back, pretty much. So that's how they're just creating extra numbers. And when it comes to the northern front, well, we've got Black Label and Panda, right? And if they get into trouble, all they got to do is run away. Yeah. Because they've got like the fastest tanks out there.
Yep, exactly. So I mean, positional wise, a T1 did get taken on earlier. So I mean, positional wise, I don't know. Honestly, I think an advantage to front mission because they have so much more map control. I think.
Although they're one tank down, they're not letting their opponents get even closer. Pretty much, like their opponents are being forced to defend. Now, what I'm saying is that it's very, very smart, but it's an extremely ambitious strategy considering how they're spread out and how outgunned they actually are. But if they keep on doing this, ultimately it's going to create a lot of frustration on onto the Anubis members. Because all those heavy tanks, those IS-3s and those, most importantly, those MX-5100s are not getting any shots whatsoever. They can't, they've got no vision. They've got no vision.
Yeah, Ripper, or no, not excuse me, I think it was Vatsuaga right to the most northern part of the railway on Anubis' side. He's up there, but I mean, he took a little bit of damage, but I don't even know if he actually landed any shots.
Yeah, well, you know, at first he was positioned towards like the middle village, but oh no, that was a beautiful shot.
Panda Eye.
Yeah, beautiful shot.
Wow.
So once again, that's exactly the only thing I was really concerned of, like when it comes to front mission, is either Panda Eye or Black Label getting taken down first. They cannot afford to lose either scout unless Zelda Duck goes down.
No.
Zelda Duck needs to go down first anywhere.
Honestly, whoever loses the first tier 8, I'm gonna have to say will most likely win the set.
Well, definitely, it would be quite
unless they manage to take on like 2 tanks extremely low and then lose one of their own. Then honestly, whichever side loses that first tier 8 is gonna be at a huge disadvantage, because it's gonna allow the other team to sit back. I mean, as long as Anubis Empire loses a T1, then it's just gonna come down to who lost that one more tank than the other team. That really could actually decide this. But I mean, until then, it's just going to continue to go on this way. It's kind of like an eastern road versus a western road versus eastern railway battle.
Yeah, indeed, and look at that, an IS-3 taking even more damage. I believe he was Gunner here, so Calentine is still at full health, but I think Gunner took quite a bit of punishment. Top did take some damage as well. What I'm really liking though on Anubis side is that they finally, I mean, after maybe like 2 or 3 minutes into this set, they decided that those 5100s were not at the best position in the middle, like towards the village pretty much. So they sent one to the south and one to the north to actually get diagonal shots on both like Top and Calliope, which is actually sort of not drew things level, but at least to sort of stem the hemorrhage because they were bleeding left and right at first.
Yeah, and it really gives them more firing options as well.
Exactly, more angles basically. It's just more than a frontline sort of thing, because whenever Calliope and Top or even Black Label or Panda are trying to create like more firing opportunities spread out like this, it's giving shooting opportunities to those 50s, 100s, and that's the only way to retaliate. I mean, look at that. All of a sudden, Black Label and Panda Aya have stopped moving a little bit because they feel threatened. They lost a wee bit of life as well, so right now they can't afford to move as freely as they did earlier on. And all of a sudden, look at that, we've got more presence.
They finally got a T1 down, so only if a single tier 8 goes down, a huge advantage. Only about 2 minutes remaining right now. I believe it was Panda Eye on Anubis, or on front mission side, that was extremely low, and then also it was Gunner who got taken down really low.
And Calliope is still fairly low as well, as we're seeing on screen.
Calliope is about a half health.
They got a watch out. We're down to like about 2 minutes now in the set, but once again, like, it's kind of funny to notice how earlier on front mission was monopolizing the central field, and how they had to retreat right now and regroup more towards the center, because they started like taking shots.
They were a lot more spread out.
Exactly, which is why like basically it didn't allow Anubis Empire to even cross beyond the railroad at first, but now it's a lot more even than it used to. And all of a sudden, look at that, those IS-3s are getting into shooting position a lot more often than earlier in the set, and that's thanks to those 2 5100s based like all the way up north and south pretty much. So definitely turning the tide, not necessarily to Anubis' advantage.
The other T1 goes down.
The other T1 goes down, but at least sort of giving them more map control. Look at that. Right now, if you look at the map, it's pretty much it's been turned around. The momentum has switched right now. Anubis having more map control and more options.
Yeah, so about 1 minute remaining right now. Only one tank can win this set for Anubis Empire. Are they actually going to push in and try and finish it? I want to see them do that.
I really think that they should, because they've got the extra hit points they've got the heavier tanks, and Zelda Duck is still at full health.
Exactly. Actually, now that I look at now that I'm looking at some more of the other members on Anubis Empire's hit points, I think actually Anubis Empire are healthier than Front Mission.
I think it's compared. Oh, Zelda Duck taking about 350 damage here. That wasn't called for. Kind of reckless to do that.
I don't know. This might be a draw though. Look. I mean, if you look at the positioning coming out from these Front Mission members, they're not grouping up to go for a push. So most likely, there's only 50 seconds remaining. Unless Front Mission go in, it's gonna be a draw.
Well, front mission's definitely not going to go in. They can't afford to do that because they got the weaker tanks, and they've been actually just pretty much low on hit points as well. So